Hours of power. 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 Hours of power.
Open your mind.
The prophet of thought. The prophet of thought. You know. The prophet of thought. The prophet of thought. Open your mind. 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 Open your mind.
Peace, folks, and welcome back to another edition of the Proper Thought series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your whole ex, of course, but you knew that already. That's why you are here. But tonight, as y'all know, Wednesday night is the old
Hours of power. Hours of power.
Yeah.
Hours of power.
And boy, we got a good one for you tonight, boy. I got the G.O.A.T, A.K.A. TAZ, coming on tonight, and we're going to get into this B1 Black First thing. I was supposed to bring him to y'all last week, but something was wrong with my shit. I don't know what happened, y'all, but we back this week and we on top, and we're going to throw down the mall too. But anyway, what's good, everybody in the chat? I see you up there, good doctor. What's going on? I see the GOAT in the chat as well. DJ Mossville Mozzie, what's good? Dallas Cowboys in the house. What's good, my brother? Let me see what else we got in here. Misty Nova 24. Okay, I have no idea who you are, but welcome anyway. MOT, what's good, man? I see you up there, brother. But before we get started, like always, I got quite a few donations. Last week. I want to thank y'all, man, because y'all be hitting me with these donations, and it humbles the shit out of me, man. I know I say this every damn week, but I'm gonna say it again tonight. God damn it! I mean, I'm a person who, I work for mine. Y'all all know that. Y'all been following me. Y'all know X works for his. But anybody who say they don't like money is telling a goddamn lie. I like money too. But it's not all about your money. I appreciate your coins. I appreciate you, dropping a few coins on the platform. It's greatly appreciated. But I consider you a supporter, even if you do not do that. I consider you a supporter if you watch these videos, if you share these videos, if you like these videos, if you subscribe to this platform. I consider you a supporter. It's not all about your coins. Now, your coins are great, but it's not all about that. But I appreciate y'all, dropping coins on me. Y'all know who y'all are, because every one of y'all who drops a donation on me, I make sure I write you a personal email, not some computer generated shit, thanking you for your contribution. And once again, man, I'm grateful. I'm humbled. I'm honored that y'all see value in this platform, and I thank you. But let's get on with it, because the GOAT has arrived. What's good, Brother TAZ?
What's good, bro? What's up with it?
Man, I want you tonight, man, to if you could, here on T.P.O.T, kind of go into this black first thing, man, if you will, for those
No
who
doubt.
can.
No doubt.
Go ahead, pull the trigger, brother.
Oh shit. Well, here's the thing, man. You know, I think I think a lot of people faking it, right? And when I say faking it, I mean a lot of these people supposed to be halfway home. Think about the concept of what the black manosphere is supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent black male solidarity. Now, somehow, some way, it doesn't represent that. I don't know how, but that's some shit that need to be fixed from within. But if you take that same context, that same narrative of black male solidarity, and just look at it as as a community, as the whole total everybody. If we were all that solid, which we not, and so that's why I say you can't really think about it in a community perspective. You know what I'm saying? You can't even look at it that way. So we have to deal with the individual. You know what I'm saying? That's why, for me, Black First is about me. It's about how I move. And so the people around me that I think relate to it, those people I think have probably lived the same way too, or thought that same way. And so, like right now, I'm feeling a lot of pushback from people who say they black male first, but you can't be black male first if you against me. And I mean like against me, not just in respect to ideology we disagree, but I mean some of these people are like really against me, like nigga, I hope you die type shit. Like, please fail. I need you to fail. I need you to be a fucking liar type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It it just means like black first means to me like I ain't about to go out here on public platforms and try to make black people look bad. You know what I'm saying? My first target, if I'm gonna be talking about somebody, it won't be a black person. If I'm gonna uplift somebody, it's gonna be a black person. You know what I'm saying? Like it just it's simple it for me because it's just the media concept and the opposite of what you would see on the mainstream. So the way they push their white politicians, they white ideology, the things that would make their people feel good, I think it's incumbent upon us as media to do the same for black people. So, you know what I'm saying? When I'm doing my media, I'm doing it for black people first. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of these people that's black can't even relate to what I'm saying. And so I got to let them go by the wayside because there's too many people that do relate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't got no hate for them. You know what I'm saying? But it's black first over here. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're talking that racial equality, we've made it, we shall overcome nonsense, either or, I don't want to hear that shit. I feel like in some conversations we've arrived, and in some conversations we still behind the eight ball. So in the conversations we behind the eight ball, I'ma tell us we need to step up. In the conversations where I feel like we winning, we winning. If black folks got to hold an L, you won't see it on the B1 network.
So I'm assuming you would agree that we may throw black folks under the bus a little bit too much on these streams.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Well, I was watching because I watch a lot of your shit because I'm subscribed to your new channel. I was subscribed to the other channel too, and you don't just you went from kind of commentating and giving commentary. Now you do like presentations. The shit I've been seeing, I consider them shits presentations. So what makes it so you want to do these presentations as opposed to just getting on here and running your mouth like the rest of us?
Um, well, well, one, I just think what I'm talking about is different. You know what I'm saying? What I'm talking about generally has a backdrop. And a lot of times when I'm talking on panels or in different discussions, I see people getting lost in conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like when I make a reference to something, or when I give them a correlation or something that I feel like they should tie right together, it seems to be difficult. And so like I really didn't think that I would be doing content talking directly to black people about their competence. You know what I'm saying? But like some of these people, it just seemed like either A, they just want to be against me and they, you know what I mean, they no matter what I do, they're gonna be against it. And then the B is that they're fucking dumb and they really do need help. And so I'm just trying to fit in the middle where I'm a benefit to somebody. I don't understand the pushback though, because I literally have, like, for example, today, I have literally never sat on my channel and talked about dating and, you know what I'm saying, who's with who. That ain't, I don't do that. Now, I go to a conversation and talk about that, but I don't leave that conversation and come back to my platform and start talking about relationships or whatever that topic was. I leave that topic there. That was the old man topic. So that topic stays there. That's his shit. That's what I don't get, bro. I don't get the not leaving conversations where they are. Because to me, you don't grow from it if you harbor it. You know what I mean? A lot of these people harbor old conversations. They be mad and shit. Like, it's really sad.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead horses uh on these streams and shit. Hey, what's up, K.A.I.T? I see you up there, brother. Yeah, there's a lot of dead horses laying around on these streams, man. And a lot of the shit is often regurgitated shit. Um, One thing I notice about you, man, you don't regurgitate a lot of shit, man. Your presentations are usually different, man. And you know, the content that you make, I mean, I like watching the shit. I mean, a lot of people shit I watch, I don't watch their whole shit. I actually watch your whole shit, you know. And I've always thought you was a talented brother on this YouTube shit. I got some goddamn emails today. I forgot to address that, as a matter of fact, because I know your black asses is watching. I got some emails today, and they told me today, they was like, oh, you're going to have Taz on there. I'm unsubscribing. Let me tell you, Negroes, something, just like I told them. Feel free to unsubscribe. Yeah, feel free to do it. Because no one tells me how to run my shit. All right. I have whoever I want on here anytime that I want. If you don't like Brother Taz, too fucking bad. Don't watch my shit. All right. And whatever goddamn money you donated to me, guess what? I'll fucking refund it back to you as well. All right. All right. But anyway, um, yeah, you don't you don't regurgitate shit. Your shit is, you know, it's different. You're not like a conformist. All right, you're not a conformist, and a lot of us on here are conformists. I mean, I'm guilty of that shit myself sometimes. You know, we kind of conform to whatever's going on. What makes you not be like that? What makes you say, you know what, I'm taking a different path than what these brothers talking about?
Um, well, for one, I mean, I do like I just like to have the conversation fully open and to examine both sides of conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the main thing for me is like it's always the two side to every coin thing, but sometimes it's a third and a fourth side that we ain't looked at, and I feel like we sitting here having these conversations, but like we don't do them logically sometimes people have an agenda they pushing, and you know what I mean, we don't get to really the bottom of the conversation. And so like I said, I just think like that anyway. I try not to be a one-track minded person or a one-track thinker, but like I don't have a script, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have talking points, you know what I'm saying? I don't hinge my thoughts on nothing going into a conversation. I think that's what makes me different than a lot of these people, because I don't have an agenda. If your argument is strong enough, you could probably push me in the other direction. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of times these people don't have strong arguments in what they're saying, and they get mad at me because my argument is strong. I generally don't have to stop. We could probably do it for 8 hours. But if you could push me to the other side, I'm willing to go. I've been pushed to the other side several times. You know what I'm saying? I'm not always right, but I'm strong in my argument, and I'm not just going to give you a point just because you want it or because you think you made a point. You know what I mean? I'm gonna push back.
So, what do you think there should be more of, in your opinion? What should it be more of on these streams on YouTube? What should Black people be doing more of?
I would say like giving out some love to other Black people. Like there's got to be, with chastising, there should be love too. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people always talking about raising dogs and raising kids and shit like that and using that shit for examples, but they don't understand that with the chastising comes love. You know what I'm saying? They just want to chastise. And if we just talking about chastising people, people don't even know if the love is there. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if you're gonna tell me you love Black people and you're not, you're not doing this out of spite, or I'm saying, you don't hate the women, you don't hate the men for real. Like, if you're telling me that, then it's got to show at some point in the content, and it never do. So I would say, I'm saying, just more respect and love for Black people, and not, not these. Well, I do care about the community, but like every time you're talking about it, you're talking down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you put a little bit of effort into talking up, it probably won't seem like you hate, what I'm saying, you hate your people. You know what I mean? Because that's how it come on.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I think, like I said earlier, we beat a lot of dead horses. And I think, me personally, I think we might talk about, this Black women shit a little bit too much. I think we kind of talk about that a little bit too much. And I know brothers are getting mad. Oh, heck, you a simp and all this kind of bullshit. But I think we kind of go. Now, don't get me wrong. I talk about the shit too. But that's not the staple place of my platform. You can find other shit on my platform. I mean, it gets so now that when you look at brothers' platforms now, if you watch one stream, you've seen them all, because they all talk about the same shit. They have the same motherfuckers on the panel. It's like, it's hard to decipher, what show is what, because you got the same topic, same subject, same fucking talking point, same people on the fucking panel. It's like, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. That kind of stuff. I think that kind of confuses what we trying to do if we, just always doing the same old shit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's kind of, one of the things I've always aimed for. You know what I mean? You watch, so you know what I mean? I'm sitting there just doing stories on animals attacking people, and, what I'm saying, different shit, teachers, what I'm saying, just trying to be different and provide a different level of content, because there's more shit going on than just, the negative Black community, or even the what some would call over the top promoting Blackness. Like, you know what I mean? It's more even going on outside of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I did a video showing all the scholarships. I did a video showing all the programs for felons that's coming out the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Like, there, to me, there's no limit on the amount of content you can do. And so I feel like we limiting ourselves. And as much as RBR just sit there and blather, that's one thing he is right about, man. There's a lot more people using YouTube that ain't fucking with us. And they ain't fucking with us because of what we doing, and we ain't providing other types of content. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with him on that. It's, RBR be just throwing shit around, but that's some real shit he's saying right there, that Black YouTube can have a greater reach. The world mimics our culture, like, already. So there's a reason why they're secretly watching. There's a reason why they aren't pumping money into us and having us seen more. You know what I'm saying? We doing too much. You know what I mean? And so, like, I just feel like some of this shit it should be wide open to doing different types of content, but unfortunately, everybody that's got a channel ain't a content creator.
It's true. It's very, very true. So one thing I've noticed, from watching you, seeing you on different panels and being on panels with you, brothers have serious problems with you, man. I don't know why. Yeah, man. I mean, you're like, when you come on the panel, that's it. You know, I mean, motherfuckers get right into a freaking let's fight mode and shit. Why do you think that? Why do people have such a problem with Taz, aka the GOAT? Why do they have such a problem with you, man? Do you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They harboring shit. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I mean, I dice you up right there. You know what I'm saying? On the panel, we go at it, whatever. But for me, when it's over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, if I come back and you still talking a week later, you mad or some shit, I'm gonna laugh at you and go in on you again. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna, you know what I mean? So it's never gonna be a time where I'm gonna kiss your ass or conform. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, either you gonna respect me as a man, nigga, I'm gonna go in on you. I don't give a fuck who panel we on. Kick me off. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes I don't even go on the panel just because of who on there. You know what I mean? I might not even comment in the chat. You know what I mean? I done got better at it because some of this shit is about people using my name to be seen. Oh, he got a little traction, so let me throw his name up here. I just did a video last night about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't even want to be taking time out to roast people, but it seemed like everybody done took their shot. Man, X, there's 79 videos that's been made about me, dog. 79 different videos. And that's not counting the ones that people talk about me in the stream. I'm talking about titles that I've gotten screenshot put in my video to show, nigga, I don't even know these cats. I don't even talk to these people. I don't talk about these people. I don't give a fuck about these people. Nigga, so when you ask me why I call myself the GOAT, hey, I don't know these people, dog. I got people taking shots at me left and right based on some shit I don't even remember. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so in my eyes, I'm great. Because if I'm repeatedly taking shots at you, that means you somebody. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna keep on coming and fucking with you and keep on trying to build myself off of you and keep on trying to use your name to get attention, that means you somebody. And see, I don't roll like that. And so my mentality is if you're doing all of that to be seen based off of me, I must be somebody. Now, I ain't around this motherfucker like, hey, everybody, look at me. I do what I do, but understand I've never put nobody's name in a title ever. That ain't how I want to build. But I've seen my name in 79 different titles, dog. So yeah, when I come to the panel 9 times out of 10, I ain't playing, dog. I ain't, you know what I mean? I'm just being real with you. You know what I mean? Like I'm waiting to get jumped on. I'm waiting for people to disagree and come for me because I done got used to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one doing people names and titles and sitting up talking about people and shit. But like I say, people come at me as if I am. So fuck it. When I'm somewhere else, we can do it. And my channel is open if you want to do it. But nobody ever comes. And my channel is always open and nobody ever comes.
Well, that's just part of this. I mean, they'll talk all kinds of shit about you on other people's streams and make bullshit videos about you. But if you invite them on your shit, they're not coming. Yeah, they're not showing up. Especially if you inviting them and telling them to bring whatever smoke they got with them. Nah, they ain't gonna do that. See, one thing I noticed being on this YouTube shit is that people like an advantage. Um, when they don't have an advantage, they kind of subside a little bit. They like to be somewhere where they know they're going to have a handful of people on their side. They're going to have the chat room on their side. That's where people like to be and talk shit. They're not going to come to someone else's backyard or go to neutral territory. That's something that I've noticed too. They don't want to come to neutral territory. They want to be somewhere where they have, a peanut gallery behind them, so they can feel more emboldened. That's something that I've discovered on here too. But let me ask you this. Now, I know that, you're married, okay, to Lady Nyla. All right. I've always known it. I knew it before all these other Negroes did because they stupid. Um, because I've had you on my show, and I've also had Lady Nyla on my show not long after that. And I read between the lines. I see a lot of shit. So I kind of figured y'all was together. I just never said anything because it's not my business. So
Real
how
shit.
do how do you how do you handle that? how do you handle, you know, you being who you are? Because you're infamous. I mean, everybody knows who you are, Brother Taz. It's like, ain't too many motherfuckers on here that don't know who Taz is. And there's not too many people on here who don't know who Lady Nyla is. And now that it's public that you guys are together, how do you handle that? Like, how do you, I mean, does it bother you like when Lady Nyla is having her streams and motherfuckers in there talking shit and all that kind of shit? You know, I mean, how do y'all handle this whole media shit, being that both of y'all are popular YouTubers?
I was, well, you know, I was like behind the scenes, like, you know what I'm saying, helping out in the beginning, like, and then she was doing the call-ins, you know what I'm saying, and Vonda and Penny and all of them was on there back then, you know what I'm saying, when she had the little call-in shows and shit, and we was talking on Patreon. It'd only be like 15 of us or some shit like that, but we was doing the little call-ins there and shit, and so, you know, like, I was heavy into that. I like actually enjoyed that shit. But when the panel thing started, um, and I started having conversations with like Angry Man, Cerulean coming over, BGS and them, like Eric, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming into contact with the bigger YouTubers from the beginning with I had no channel, no aspirations to have a page or none of that, but she was popular. And it was people like, you know what I'm saying, the one cat emailing her crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? It was just, she didn't really want to be on there in the proximity of a lot of these men because they'll just say any fucking thing. And so I got the simp label first just for being there to deflect a lot of that shit. You know what I'm saying? To keep niggas off my woman, I got the simp label. You know what I mean? Just off top. But I had to really accept that because I know I ain't this most likable person, right? I ruin her platform, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just the most likable person in the world, and to be honest, like I wasn't a content creator in the beginning, so I ain't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'd have ruined her platform if I'd have just came out this motherfucker being me from the gate, like nigga, I'm here, fuck y'all niggas, and I'm a content creator. No, I wasn't a content creator, so I was just a nigga on the panel adding to conversations, basically looking like a lapdog. And I had to take those names. But yeah, I yell, I cuss niggas out. I don't fucking agree with Cynthia. I don't agree with my wife half the time. You know what I'm saying? But it's a level to that shit to where I'm there to protect her. And then by proxy, who she bringing on gonna get protection too. So all of this shit happening with Cynthia and motherfuckers listening in and doing videos here and there about some shit I done said and shit. And so before I know it, it's 150 people subscribed to my page. And I ain't never made a video. I don't know anything about making videos. I have no desire to make videos. I go and debate Amiri on the Southern strategy. He's sitting there telling me that it's real, but in the same breath telling me that he believes white people are inherently racist. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, dude, you can't have both. Either the party switched or they didn't. Either the people still racist or they're not. If the Southern strategy is real, you're telling me Democrats are no longer racist. My argument was that Democrats were racist, and I presented uh, Robert Byrd from out of West Virginia, who died, you know what I'm saying, a Klansman. So I don't believe that. In that conversation, it made me realize, well, fuck, maybe I need to be doing content based on some of this history that people have kind of fucked up just in repeating American history books, like not having read anything in depth on this or did any true studying on it like I have. And so I started making videos, and people were telling me they were great videos, like they sharing them and shit like that. And after, like after the first couple months, it's like people telling me they saving them and showing them to their kids and bringing people in, and please don't stop. I'm getting emails telling people like, oh my God, you're a godsend. We need somebody like you. We've been waiting on you. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, from there, it was like, well, fuck, okay, I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I start, coming out with the different series and, you know what I'm saying, doing the shit every day at work and shit like that. Like, it became more of a hobby than, you know what I'm saying, just something I was doing for the time. Cause like I was literally just hopping on panels when she'd be live. I wasn't going to other people's pages and listening to YouTube videos. I wasn't analyzing other YouTubers and seeing what I could build off of it. I was more so just here. So now, once I done came in, I'm seeing, okay, well, there is an open lane for this. Well, hell, I'm watching niggas build businesses here. Like, I'm watching niggas literally build a fucking business, self-made black men right here, and I don't fucking agree with their message, but they're doing business here. So it's become more of just, it's more than just being here now for a hobby. Now it's like, well, fuck, is this it? Do I have the opportunity to be in media now? Like that time when I had the fleeting thought of being into broadcasting and journalism, do I have that opportunity now? Is this, can I build a business around me like Angry Man has or like Obsidian has? You know what I'm saying? And so it's different for me. I watch O'Shea. I watch these niggas build this shit. And you know what I'm saying? Today still. I wasn't here when they originally built it from the ground up, but I'm watching them build their platform still today. And so for me, I see something different as a vision than maybe what they see, but I'm watching their business models. And I believe that a black news network, a black positivity network right here on YouTube would prosper just as much as they do if people actually saw it and it was consistent and you brought it every day. I truly believe that, and I'm going to pursue it.
Yeah, well, I remember when I first started doing these Wednesday night shows, you were one of the first people I had on. It was you, I think Brother Gab and AM1, and you were my headliner. And right then I asked you, I said, so, what you gonna do? How long you gonna be on here? Are you gonna become a content creator? I asked you those questions, but I knew no matter what you said, I knew I would see content from you and shit. Um, well, let me ask you about the other channel, TAZ exclusives. Why do you think that went down? Why do you think that they got TAZ exclusives, the TAZ exclusive channel,
Man,
taken down?
bro, I'm telling you, man, them videos, man, I was fighting with YouTube every day, man. Age restricted. Every video I made, somebody flagged it, dog. Like, so I wasn't surprised, really. It was just a matter of time. You know what I'm saying, I was gonna do the wrong shit. The Holocaust video, they took that, blocked that worldwide. You know what I'm saying? The Klan video, they hit me with, they tried to hit me with a strike on it for hate speech. I contested it and won. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I didn't put nothing. There was no lies in the video. You know what I mean? I don't do no propaganda as far as telling a falsehood. You know what I'm saying? It's propaganda in the sense that I'm not gonna give you no negative black information, but I'm not gonna tell you nothing false, and I'm not gonna misrepresent nothing. And so I was able to win all those times when they was trying to even get me strikes, putting me on fucking PG-13 and all of that shit. Like, I just think eventually, man, that last little rant I had, man, I was on there tripping, bro. Like, and I think for real, I think they listen to energy more than anything. And so I was on there spazzing, bro. Like, I was mad as fuck, man. I was mad at my nigga Gab for real, man. And I was just talking too much. You know what I'm saying? I said too much. And you know what I mean? I really think they took what they already had against me and just 86 me based on that. Cause I didn't say, I don't recall anyway, because I was ranting, but I don't recall using no whole bunch of homophobic shit or no shit like that, bro. So I felt like they was targeting me anyway.
Wow. Do you
I didn't deny the Holocaust, baby. I debunked it.
do you do you think it's more of YouTube that has a problem with you, or the Negroes on it?
Nah, it's these niggas, bro. Cause even the system for real, like I ain't putting nothing in my title for them to flag my video like with like a computer or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta report it, bro. And somebody gotta report it for hate speech. I got people tracking down time and shit on my video to report timestamps and shit, bro. Like people crazy, man. And like I say, some of the YouTube success just comes with it comes with negativity, man. And I've just learned to accept it at this point because I know ain't nothing I can do to get rid of it. Like I ain't, bro. I ain't never put nobody name in a fucking video, bro. I would not do that shit, and I still have it. You know what I'm saying? As much as I want to, like I said, 79 videos with my name in them. I ain't never made one with nobody name. And I could even use Cynthia name. You know, that's my dog, bruh. Like, she got 50,000 subscribers, my nigga. If I want to use her name in the video, I'm all good. It's been a GOAT since I started. But that ain't how I want to build. So I ain't never use my wife name. I ain't never use Sin name. But people will sit there and try to argue with me and talk shit to me saying I built my channel off these women because I got some visibility on their channel. See, I think it's more than visibility though. Yeah, I don't think a lot of these people have it. And you will see that anger that you were talking about, like, as soon as I come to the panel, it's me. Yeah, it's me. I'm coming. And I'm ready. Like I said, I had no talking points. I'm just prepared for wherever you go in the conversation. And a lot of people don't like that shit, bro. I will walk your ass any lane you want to go down, I'm gonna go down it with you. Don't be mad when I use your examples and your correlations. I'll walk if you make a Wizard of Oz connection, don't be surprised when I bring up the scarecrow. I'm that good.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, it's not too much shit that you ain't prepared to debate and debunk, Negroes with. I've noticed that about you, that it's not too many lanes you can, somebody can take you down and you ain't ready for that shit. I noticed that. I admire that about you. As a matter of fact, I do. I mean, but I've always thought, of I think of you. You remind me of my brother. All right. I have an older brother, man. Before. Man, you remind me of him so much, man. The shit y'all say, the way y'all talk, you actually look like him a little bit. And, so I've always had an affinity for, for your material and the shit that you say. Even when I disagree with you, I still respect your point of view, because I grew up hearing points of views just like yours. I grew up hearing that shit, because I was raised by my father and my brothers. So, I grew up hearing those points of view. But what I think often happens here on YouTube, and I've said this before, if you don't find yourself in the collective, okay, if you're a person that comes in and you disagree with the collective, you're automatically a simp, you're ignorant, you're an idiot, you're all this kind of shit because you don't agree with the rest of the people sitting on the panel or the people out in the chat room. So did you know that, coming in? Because I know you had to know that, your point of views was different from most of the people on here. Did you know that coming in, that, when you come in there, you're going to get jumped on, at the beginning, before you started, creating content, when you were just, appearing on other people's streams, were you ready for that? Did that shock you? Did that surprise you?
I mean, I was ready for it. Like I say, for real, a lot of that I'm used to, man. I used to be on Facebook heavy like that, and so I know how much people staunchly disagree when they disagree, and so I always had these conversations about Obama where people would like get all fucking crazy and start trolling your page and get you suspended for 30 days and shit like that. Like I'm used to that type of shit, you know what I mean? And so I really didn't expect it though, man, to be honest, like, cause this is more straightforward. I'm looking at you niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like you ain't embarrassed that I see you sitting here acting like a bitch. Like, so no, bro. I was actually surprised that like we literally are closer than we were on Facebook, but niggas act like we more distant. Like I say, they do weird shit right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I just didn't expect it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect it at all. I thought YouTube would be a closer knit community than what it is.
Nope, it's not. Not nowhere near close or tight knit. I mean, that shit. I mean, because people can change up on you, boys, so quick, boy. I mean, this shit here, take it from somebody that it's happened to more than once, boy. Negroes can change up on your ass like that. So I noticed that the most prolific arguments you've had is you and Mr. Fantastic. You and Mr. Fantastic, man. It's almost like it's almost like y'all know each other in real life and shit, because it's like whenever y'all two are on a panel, y'all going at it. So what you think behind, what do you think, or well, let me ask you, being that you're one of the participants, what's behind you and the Mr. Fantastic, back and forth wherever y'all go? What's behind that, man?
Well, he's a competitor, and he openly says it. Like no matter what I'm doing, I'm competing, and you know what I'm saying, every conversation is a competition, and so I'm gonna just match him. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I like that. You know what I mean? I like that in him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's good enough at it. You know what I'm saying? He will be someday if he keep doing it, and you know what I'm saying, actually learn from the conversations. But I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like that type of energy where you're willing to contest things. What I think he lacks though is he gets in these crowds and he's only specifically doing it with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't necessarily shoot at one person and then not be willing to give the same argument to maybe Obsidian. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go at it with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can't fall back when Angry Man come on the panel and lose that energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think a lot of these dudes lack. They'll give all of that strength and all of those arguments to me with everything they have. But when it comes to arguing with one of their favorites that they disagree with something on, they're not even going to begin to argue. You know what I'm saying? But they'll bring all that smoke for me. And that's I just consider that disingenuous.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Well, we here live with the GOAT up on here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. I wish y'all would put some damn likes down in here. All right. Put some likes down in here. And if you're feeling generous, go ahead and put some coins in the bucket right here. See right there? Hmm? See it coming up there? See the Prophet of Thought series look like it's been swiped with a yellow highlighter. Go ahead, put some coins in the bucket. It's greatly appreciated. Um, I know it's some people out there in the chat room right now. Um, People who want to say some crazy bullshit, but they know here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page that my moderators just chop your head off if you say something stupid. So they're not going to say too much. But I will say this. Anybody who want to join the panel and conversate with Brother Taz, I don't know how long I have him for. If you want to conversate with the brother and or debate him on something, let me know and I will send you the email. I will send you an email with the link because here on YouTube, everybody has everybody else's email. So just, make it known that you may want to come up on the panel and I'll shoot you the link. All right. All right. So now that you starting to build this new channel, right? And of course, this channel is going to blow up and shit. We all know how that goes. I was watching you the other day, and one thing I noticed about your chat room, you had a lot of females in there. Um, why do you think that is? Why do you think it was like almost the overwhelming majority? Well, from what I could see, I'm not going to say it's all females because you don't know everybody who's watching. But from what I seen in the chat, it was like mostly females there. Why do you think that is?
Well, my original channel at first was 70-30, and then it started moving down. It ended up being like 59-41 female. So I've always had a bigger female base. And see, I attribute that to being in female proximity. You know what I'm saying? But that's always also been the downfall of my channel with a lot of males because they haven't been willing to listen to me based on the proximity to the females. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they listening and these niggas ain't. I mean, that's what I got to chop it up to. Because even like in conversations on panels, if you talking before I'm done talking, then that means you wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? And so I experienced that a lot. I can go on women's channels and not have to deal with that. A lot of them ain't like they ain't talking over me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to deal with none of that. And when I do, it's like, hey man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they do. So you know what I'm saying? I have to deal with none of the extra shit for real. Like, so I don't know. It just seemed like the women are more supportive of everybody though, because I see them everywhere. They're just mods on my channel because they were my original supporters. But the same people are in Obsidian's chat. I see them because they put the goats up when I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? The same people are in O'Shea's chat. You know what I'm saying? They put the goats up when I'm talking. You know what I mean? Like, so these people are there, but you know what I'm saying? They gravitate to my page a little bit more, I guess, because of my proximity to the women. And I am doing content. You know what I'm saying? It's not female based, it's not male based. A lot of it is right down the middle. You know what I'm saying? I don't take relationship time out. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing more of it now, since obviously people want to see relationship content from us, right? They've proven that. That's what they want. So yeah, you can have it now that you've wanted it, but that keep in mind I had never done that before.
So, do you think that maybe, and I've thought this because my female count has risen because my shit used to be like 90% men, 10% women. Now it's about, ain't too much better than that. It's about 80-20 now. But do you think that the women, the women are tired of hearing us talk about women? Could that be it?
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, they've openly said that. I mean, and keep in mind, even saying it, I think ain't just verbatim. It's not that easy because some of it, I think they're willing to accept, acknowledge, and discuss. I think the hand has been overplayed though. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of it is definitely discussable, and even still now they discuss it, knowing the double standard that exists. Because I have one, I don't make a bones about it, and I think maybe that's another reason why they don't mind coming to my channel because I keep it real. Yes, I have a double standard. I have a daughter and I have a son, and they're not being raised the same way. You know what I'm saying? They're not being taught to do the same things. Neither are taught to do things bad, but a boy and a girl turns into a man and a woman, so you can't teach them the same way. Period. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, it's an uphill battle on here, man.
Well, YouTube, I don't know if YouTube imitates Black society or if Black society is imitating YouTube. I don't even know half the goddamn time. But I can say this: a lot of the shit that we hear discussed on YouTube, I do see. I do see. I may not see it every day, but I see it, in my travels. But also on the other side of that, a lot of the shit that I hear talked about on YouTube, I never see. So I think we kind of get it mixed up, man. The lines get a little blurred when we start thinking that every single thing we talk about on YouTube, we see and experience and deal with out in real life. And it's actually not true. I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just an anecdotal um thing that I'm talking about right now. But what about you? Do you, the shit that we talk about on YouTube, because you know all the damn talking points that we have, do you experience much of that shit out in your life?
Um, no, not. I mean, like I said, I'd be lying if I said there's no argument there, and that's why I've always been able to relate to it from the beginning. From the beginning, I told the story about my baby mom and how she called the police on me for no reason, and I got these fucking bullshit charges put on my record for nothing. And you know what I'm saying? I came through the door saying that, so I understood the mentality, but I've already been through that. You know what I'm saying? I came out of that good. And so my mindset says you niggas should be listening to me on this because I can tell you the way out of this and it not bother you as much. You don't have to sit here and cry about it every day. But I guess I don't present it right. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is for me. You know what I mean? It's you're gonna listen to what you want to listen to. And this shit really. I think everybody's necessary, dog. Like I'm like I don't see that shit that Obsidian talk about, but I have seen it. So I can't completely say it's not necessary for him to talk about it. I get his angle. Do I agree with it? Not really. But in the interest of black male media, in the interest of not having censorship, I don't believe that he should not be on the air. They had Howard Stern. You're not obligated to listen to him. You know what I mean? And so yeah, some days I go up there and push back and have fun with him, and he come on our shit and we laugh and kick it. It's no biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people take these conversations outside of YouTube and you know make it somewhat as if this what they seeing. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, the YouTube videos of something that happens, people bring that back to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They'll find a video on Facebook and bring that to YouTube, and now that particular subject matter might last the whole week, like with the girl in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? That's somewhat of an isolated incident of a white man holding a gun in the parking lot, uppercutting a woman. That's not something we gonna find every day, but look at the amount of time we spent on it. You know what I mean? It's just, the fuckery is what people want to see, man. That's why I said it's an uphill climb because that's what people want to see, dog. They want to see the shit that everybody gonna be able to get in on and laugh about, and it's a joke, and we pushing our narrative about black women being fucked up. See, we told y'all all she had to do was sit down since she ran her mouth. She got punched. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit is it's exciting for some people, and so some people do have the ability to entertain. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, I think it's necessary, but somebody also need to push back. And so that's why I don't mind going up there and taking the L with seven niggas. Because when I say taking the L, I mean they're gonna jump me. That don't mean they're gonna win, but they're gonna jump me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people they don't want to get jumped in these conversations.
Yeah, because everybody don't have the ability, to fight off 6 and 7 people and shit. I mean, you know, they don't they don't want to have to do that. And I think a lot what often happens is they don't want to, they don't have the artillery, to fight off 6 or 7 people. But I mean, you've often proved that you do. So I mean, I think you've become one of those people that you got fans perpetrating as haters. That's something I say often. They're fans perpetrating as haters. Because I don't believe a lot of these people just hate. They're not haters. Because when you hate something, you kind of stay away from it. You're not always drawn to it if you freaking hate it. So I think a lot of these people, man, they just goddamn fans perpetrating as haters, and they're freaking frauds, and they're freaking mama's boys too. Um, Peace, what's going on, good doctor? I see you up there. WOTP, I see you up there too. What's good, Doc? Won't you come on up? It's been a while. Get on up here and do some analyzing. But what if, Brother Taz, if you were just looking now, say you weren't a content creator like you are now, and you were watching us on YouTube the way we are now, what would you think? Say you first coming in, say you coming in right now, freaking May 29th, 2019, and you come in and you start watching, some of this YouTube shit. What would be your take on
That's just shit like the projects.
it?
It's like the projects, bro. You know what I mean? It's limited, but it's fun. Find something to talk about, sit up and kick it. But we ain't really doing nothing. You know what I mean? It's like a whole bunch of bullshit going on. Motherfuckers arguing dumb shit. I mean, like that's kind of how I look at it, man. That's why I said, like, I want to move out the projects, bro. I don't want to. I feel like I'm having conversations, arguing with these niggas like I did in the hood on the block. Like y'all niggas talking about some bitches and shit, bro. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that every conversation we have is gonna be some women involved, bro? We can't have no conversation where somehow, some way, you don't introduce some women into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different breed, so I don't always want to talk about women, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can have conversations on LeBron, on Joe Montana, on Franco Harris, you know what I'm saying, on Wilt Chamberlain, anything but women all the goddamn time. And I think maybe that's what bothers people about me is I'm more inclined to have those conversations about JFK. You know what I'm saying? I'd prefer to have a conversation about Richard Nixon. And when I come to a conversation, I'll try to find a way to incorporate that into your crying about women. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll probably always have a target on me, bro, because that's how I feel about that shit, bro. We limiting ourselves on doing this shit, bro. Every day, women this, women that, and even men, like you, because you got niggas that's making videos about me too. Keep in mind something else I should have said earlier. I ain't never had no no actual woman that was really in my proximity make a video about me. I think like the Soul Alchemy girl made one about me before. I think maybe somebody else, but like the amount of men that make videos about me versus women, you would think the men are the problem in damaging the male reputation. It's a nigga today put Taz murdered somebody in dude chat.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you write that on the screen and put that out to the world, bro? It's 700 people watching, man. You telling people I killed somebody for real? And they just downplay the X like it ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't. So just me being me, I carried on the conversation and continued because like they tried to lay out, oh, if he had killed somebody, yeah, that definitely wouldn't be B1. So me being me, quickly pounced on it. Well, what if I had killed somebody in self-defense? You know what I'm saying? Just again, just trying to carry on the conversation because, like I said, I'm good at this. If you want to play, I'll play with you. You didn't say, it, you just said kill. You know what I'm saying? If you kill somebody, you're not B1. Okay, well, what if you kill someone in self-defense? See, now that you got to backtrack, now you just make it seem like I just said the dumbest shit ever. Of course, if it's self-defense. Well, I know, of course. So why would you say if you kill somebody? Watch what you're saying around me. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't like doing it like that. But a lot of these people, but they try to belittle me intellectually, bro, and it make me feel like, okay, well, I gotta reduce you down to that. I gotta show you who's intellectually superior, and that's what I'm trying to get out of. The part of it where they make me mad, and so now I want to just intellectually beat you to a pulp until people see how fucking dumb you are. That's what I want to get away from.
So do you see that in the near future with the way, with the way things are? I mean, they're always going to keep you, they're always going to try to keep you like, on the defensive for the simple fact that they may not like your style, they may not like your talking points, they may not like the fact that you be on females platforms. So do you ever think you're going to get to a point where you can just come on somewhere and just build, as opposed to going toe to toe with other brothers on the panel?
I think it's just gonna be up to me to just start like playing niggas to the left like they nobodies. Cause I mean, for real, to be honest, like a lot of them really ain't important. Like when I say important, I mean like they ain't really got no traction. Ain't nobody checking for them. Don't nobody care what they talking about. They just a nigga on Obsidian panel. Like people actually want to see me there. They want to talk to me. They want to listen. I watch how these people move. Some of them have been here for years. Ain't nobody listening to them. They boring. They ain't talking about shit. They repeating somebody else's talking points. And yeah, those people probably always follow me around, bro. But it's up to me to stop paying that shit attention and stay with the content because as I'm telling people, well, damn, man, that JFK project gonna be rough. I can't get into that yet. I am wasting time talking to these other niggas too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be working on that JFK project and already showing that shit and just letting these people chirp. But sometimes it get annoying though. You know what I'm saying? Like just the everyday my name is something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really fight back. You know what I'm saying? I might say something here and there, but I don't really fight these niggas back, bro. They take shots every day. I rarely fight back. So even now, what I call fighting back, you know what I'm saying, talking shit about them openly, making videos back and shit. I'm taking away from the content that my people used to, though. You know what I'm saying? The people that subscribed, the people that did come to my Patreon. Like when I made it, people came, dog, and I'm taking away from them by not giving them the content they want. So I want to get, I mean, not saying they don't want that. They probably I mean, I can't even say they probably. They came and participated in the roast yesterday, but they don't want me to do that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that to become my channel, dog, and then I become everybody else. And so I just want to get away from it to where the chat box comments don't bother me, and the content that they trying to make off of me don't bother me. Whatever they say it. That's where I like to get to. But right now, it shit still get under my skin every now and then. I feel like I need to be lashing out.
Mm-hmm. Well, we done been joined by my man BMT. What's good, brother? But before I go to him, I'm gonna go to him right after I get on y'all asses, of course. Why is it that these two goddamn numbers do not match? You see this number right here? Huh? Why is this number higher than this number? Why?
They're lazy as fuck.
Why? I don't get it. It takes 1 second. See, I stopped doing this shit with y'all, but I gotta do it again. Then I'm gonna go to my man. You take that hand, nice and slow. Come on, we'll do it together. Nice and slow. And you move it right over that like. And click, and you're done. That's it. It's not hard. It's not hard. All right? All right. Anyway, my man BMT is in the house. What's good, brother BMT?
What up?
Do you got some questions, complaints, criticisms of the GOAT?
Nah. Never called him the GOAT, but sometimes I call him. I like to make fun of him. Taz has never been manosphere. I try to tell people that. I mean, I don't know why they get upset. I think the thing about it is seeing somebody like him in the spaces. But I mean, like I tell people, the first time we met, we butt heads. I said, damn, I hate that nigga. Who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah, we did.
Yep. Yeah, no. I said, who the fuck is this nigga? This nigga just coming out talking shit. But then after that, I will say honestly, I said, I'll tell you what, man. Why don't you come to my platform? You want to come on, shoot your shit, come on. You know what I'm saying? Open it up. He came over. I will say that he's not afraid to come over, even by himself. So he's not somebody who's afraid. If you say come to my yard and throw down, he'll come. If he come by himself, he'll come by himself. And it was different. Like I will say, you already know me. I'm not the pro-black type of person. Not me. I do believe black people can get their shit together, but he believes in black first. He believes in that shit. And I think, in a sense, that's what angers a lot of men of the manosphere. Because a lot of men of the manosphere aren't black first. They're not pro-black. We believe in our own self-interest. That's one of our things. The majority of the men in the manosphere, we believe in our own self-power. We don't believe in black power because it hasn't worked in umpteen years. So when he comes in and talks that stuff, but he's coming with women, let's be for real. We know the history of the manosphere. It wasn't a woman's space. Guess what? Now we got women in our space, and the women take a liking to Taz. We heard the statistics. I've watched his chat from afar. It's women. It doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? That's the playing field. We got to be for real, and I'm gonna just say for real. Women are more deeply supportive than black men on these shit. They are. They will give you more. I had a woman give me $400. She said, hey, I like the content. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? So if they're supporting him, it only makes sense that, that's his fan base. I just think the thing about it is when people see him, he's going to come at you strong. It's either you're going to speak up or you're just going to say that he's bullying you. And I think that's the thing about it that irritates me when it comes to these spaces is the fact, first of all, I get tired of the niggas that get on that want to argue with Taz just to make a name for himself. But I feel like that takes a lot from the topic. There's no, I mean, that shit kind of irritates the fuck out of me. Like the dude with the Mr. Fantastic shit, that nigga just trying to make a name for himself. I mean, that shit really irritates the fuck out of me to like no beyond. But I'm like, damn, just let the motherfucker talk. Like, just let him talk. I can give a fuck about that. Like, if the man got something to say, let him say it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of females like seeing a Cynthia G, that triggered a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, at one time I made a video about Cynthia G, but then again, I'm like, I don't feel like doing like these niggas and making 20 to 45,000 videos. I've even had niggas tell me make videos about Taz. I'm like, why? Why? I got no beef with the man. I don't see, what do y'all worry about this man? Literally, if you honestly look at this man, does more history documentaries and shit than roasting and shit. I don't think you don't got no roasting videos, do you? I ain't never seen a roast. I seen no one. I seen you put out one.
I was gonna say I just made one yesterday.
Yeah, I'm about to say you made one. So congratulations. They got you into roasting one time. But I mean, everybody at some point has a breaking point when is enough as a black man. Like, damn, y'all. I mean, but we gotta be for real. All you have out here is your name. Even the first time I met Prophet, I bumped heads with Prophet. I was in the chat. Prophet said, I'll tell you what, how about you come on my platform tomorrow? And we scrap it up. Ever since then, and I think that's the thing about it. I gotta tell a lot of men, like, it's either gonna be two ways, and niggas ain't just getting it, man. It's either you work together or just don't fuck with each other.
Yep.
That's it. We don't have to be. This doesn't have to be no Wakanda shit. Either you work with them or just don't fuck with them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no secret. Everybody knows I'm a Republican and also goddamn conservative. I ain't secretive about that shit. But I've never been attacked by my beliefs on Nala's platform. If anything, they invite me on there more. A lot of that, and I mean, we share the same fan base. You know what I'm saying? And I think the thing about it is, we gotta understand. This is the irony of the shit. We want women to start listening to us on the manosphere. So now that you finally got the women to come, why not use the opportunity to say what you got to say, but keep your emotions in check? Do y'all brothers get what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing about it that irritates the fuck out of me.
Well, I think me and Old Man done some classics. You know what I'm saying? We done had some classic conversations, man. But I truly think that panel element hurts it sometimes because everybody wants to be part of the classic conversation. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to be in the deep conversation, and sometimes people just don't belong, man. Like, you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? You can't joust with everybody. Old Man is well studied. You know what he's talking about. I love doing it with him. And it's going to be different doing it with him than somebody who still learning from him. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and sometimes people just be in the way and they say it's me that's in the way, but I'm the only one providing the goddamn opposition here. If I wasn't here, this would just be y'all all agreeing. So how am I in the way? You know what I mean?
This is the thing about it.
People love echo chambers on here, man. This YouTube is just a gaggle of echo chambers, and this is kind of what people like, and they definitely. You said something earlier, brother BMT. You talked about how the women support you, and it's like that with me too. I mean, 85% of my donations don't come from the brothers. I mean, I'm sorry to put you brothers out there like that, but I only get about 15, 20. It's crazy because I have an 80% male base, a 20% female base. But when I do the analytics on my donations, it's 85% women and 15% men. So I got a lot of brothers watching, but they ain't giving me shit. I have a few females watching, but they're giving me shit. And I think that bothers people too. When they look and they see that you got a lot of support from females, because I've been through this shit too. When you have a lot of females that back you, they have a problem with that as well because they feel like, all these women support you. So you have to talk about shit that women like. You have to cape for the women. You have to stick up for the women, which is bullshit because, see, I don't do any of that. I give women work just like I give anything else work.
Yes, we do. Especially
I got to get in work too. It's just like I said earlier, that's just not the, that's not the bones of my platform. That's not my, that's not my side of the block. So I think those two things combined, the echo chambers and the fact and the gender of the people who support you has a tendency to, bring about some degree of animosity with the brothers because, 9 out of 10 brothers that you run into who actually do some kind of content in this little drop of YouTube, And make no mistake, this is a damn drop. And this is a drop of black YouTube, not just YouTube on in a whole. This is a drop in black YouTube. And I don't mean a drop in the bucket. This is a drop in the fucking Pacific Ocean. Yeah. Okay.
Other black content creators aren't talking about the shit that we are.
No, absolutely not.
They're really not.
Absolutely not. They're talking about other shit. I mean, this is our own little shit, you know, the ghettos and the hoods and the baby mamas and the baby daddies and welfare and the projects and simps and hoes. You know, this is our little, and this is probably a very small, fraction of that because of how big YouTube is. So when you, and I'll ask both of you brothers this, what do you think about the people who say, don't say X, Y, and Z on YouTube because white folks may be watching? What do you brothers think about that?
You want Taz go? Taz, you go ahead and go first. You the guest right now.
Okay, so I would say they have a point, but there's also a point where you should know where that line is. I think sometimes that line is drawn as a weapon to prevent conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of the whole on here threatening people and shit like that, I don't think conversation should be stopped because white people are listening. You know what I'm saying? I truly think that they know our culture. They know it the way we do. And so if you can sit on here and tell me you see these things publicly, are you pretending like they don't see them too? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people aren't consistent with their arguments. And so I know I don't see that shit. You know what I mean? I know a lot of that shit is just embellished and, you know what I'm saying, full of shit and just trying to make people look bad so you can sound good. But if we're going to go with your narrative, well, what about the white people that see you, you know, highlighting your community? Because I'm not really of the thought process like that of others that white people enjoy that. I think white people see that and they don't respect disloyal people. I think as some of these people try to impress white people, they actually move away from a respectful position, and that white person would be more inclined to respect somebody like me who's open and honest about my feelings. I don't have anything against you, but I do have a predisposition with you because I think they'd be more inclined to respect that position than the shucking and jiving.
Agreed, brother BMT.
Because I mean, I put some of my content in white Facebook groups, and they watch it. They watch that shit like that shit's like fucking Lifetime channel, and I don't sugarcoat, but I don't do like this is propaganda. This is white supremacy. Listen, man, they know about that shit since the dawn of time. But then they ask like, are you gonna be consistent on both sides of the gate? Like, there are some people that blame everything on sprinkle white supremacy on it, and then there's some people who like, I want accountability, but I'm gonna blame it all on the black folks. Like, I mean, I don't get me wrong. We have a conservative group. They will blame everything on black people and turn the cheek to white people, and then you have black people who blame everything on white people. But then there's a small little speck of us who will literally hold the accountability card. Now, here's the thing about it. I kind of split with Taz on the loyalty shit. I kind of split with him on the loyalty because then they're going to be like, well, if it's a loyalty, then, I mean, honestly, then are you your brother's keeper? See, that's when they come to that brother's keeper. And I had a white dude ask me that literally. He said, well, on this YouTube, what about the accountability? Y'all blame just women, and then the women just blame the men. I said, damn, a white dude asking us this shit? I said, that's some damn bullshit. But see, when it comes to the accountability, white people will cut each other in the back in a heartbeat. They don't give a fuck. They look for whoever is grabbing for power and resources. That's why some of the other black YouTubers that are climbing up the ranks and getting paid, it's because we chase after power. And when they start seeing us drop information about power and knowledge and how we can contend, like how we were talking about, like, hey, that white supremacy, we get it, it's out there. but we're about making money and having our own shit. When they hear black people talking about that, that's the ones they start watching. Because those are the ones they see, okay, this motherfucker gets, he gets the racism card that's out there, but he's not afraid of that. That means he's not afraid to step to me at a job and actually get that money. And when it comes now it's down to the money deal. And because it's like that, I don't see black people, especially in black YouTube, whatever fuck we call the shit now. I don't see people talking about economic growth and grabbing resources. Like how me and you were talking about growing a marijuana plant. I know some groups, we would say that around them, they'll say we can't do that because the white man won't allow us to. But I'm like, that's bullshit. But I see Latinos doing it, and they darker than us, and they doing it now. So I'm like, what the fuck is your excuse? See, this is where it's the imbalance, and this is why I start getting pissed off at this black YouTube shit. You know, I get tired of just hearing the fucking victim card because I'm like, well, what the fuck are you doing right now? Like, if you turn this shit off, are you gonna sit and bitch and moan on the couch and wait for a woman to fall on your lap, or are you gonna go out there and make that money? And if the right woman comes by, you take her serious and not spit that game, but actually show her that I'm a provider, I can do X, Y, and Z. Like a lot of these talking points on black YouTube, I ain't gonna lie, are fucking toxic. These shit don't work. I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these content creators on black YouTube, y'all motherfucking shit don't work. It ain't realistic. It's like holistic. It's like fucking reading an Alan Roger Curry book. It's full of shit. Like it is what it is, man.
Boy, they've been going in on my man ARC.
Man, listen, man. Listen,
I don't give a fuck. I like Brother ARC.
Hey,
I don't give a shit.
You can like somebody, but you gonna call it out for what it is.
You know, I like Brother ARC, and I ain't gonna let nobody talk shit about him on the platform. So, you know, talk no shit about him. All right.
He gets a pass tonight.
Yep, he gets a pass on this motherfucker.
Damn,
I ain't gonna let nobody talk shit about. Just like I wouldn't let nobody talk shit about you. I wouldn't let nobody talk shit about you. I wouldn't let nobody talk shit about Taz. Not on here. You want to do that shit, you gotta go to another stream.
I apologize, ARC.
Can't talk shit about my people up on here.
That is fair.
I'm just saying. But let me ask Brother Taz this. Now, often you said something important, Brother BMT. You talked about how a lot of times, you know, black people, you know, they play the victim fiddle. And I agree. You know, there's a lot of that shit going on here on YouTube. But I think what bothers me more is when one person or one content creator, one side of their mouth, they're talking about how we're the victim, how we're oppressed, how, you know, the white man got his foot on our face. And then on the other side of his mouth, he's talking about how we're supreme and how we're this and how we're that. So, I mean, these are the people that I kind of have problems with more than anything else, because it's like 1 minute you're saying, you know, we're supreme, we're reigning. Then the next minute you're talking about how the white man got his boot on our face. Like, which is it? So what do you think of those type of conversations, Brother Taz? Like, you know, that, you know, one day we sitting on the throne and the next day we somewhere with somebody boot on our neck. Like, Brother Taz still there? Shit, he might have jumped off.
No, I'm here. I had put the phone down for a second. Okay, so I actually like that question because I'm telling you, it's a fine line. I have to every day remind myself to not blame white supremacy in these conversations, because that to me is a talking point. You know what I'm saying? Like, the use of the term white supremacy is kind of outdated, and it's over encompassing. Like, people have came to me and said that I think white people are supreme, which is like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? No, dog, I was just talking about the system, like a handful of people. And so I've come to realize now that it's better that when I'm presenting a collective, to present all of them as a collective in criminality per se. But then When I start talking about the power structure, I'm only talking about a certain few, and I'm very specific about that. I try to make sure that I'm not giving the impression that white people control you or white people are over you, because that's one of the points of contention I have with seeing. If you ever hear us going back and forth on shit, that's one that we always go back and forth on. We'd sit there and go at it for hours and hours about it, and it's this notion that some white people have some supremacy over you due to their proxy to power. See, I don't believe that, but she does. And she makes an excellent case for it, but I don't agree. And we always go at it about it because, in my mind, there is no proxy to power. Just because a white person called the police on you, don't mean you're going to go to jail. I have the same exact power over them to do that, and they probably won't go to jail either. So I don't think that argument stands per se. Now, if you start talking about killing somebody, some of the heinous crimes, um, some of the most disrespectful things that's happened to black people over the years, sitting in prison for shit they didn't do and all of that type of shit. Like, I think a lot of that shit has to be presented, but under a different term. White supremacy is so outdated and overused that the people who you're referring to as victims of it don't even get the proper etiquette per se. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who would need that coverage, they don't get that. So while I'm sitting here saying white supremacy got his foot on my neck, but I'm out here riding around smoking and kicking it, it's somebody sitting in the penitentiary that's locked up and ain't seen the daylight in 20 years and they ain't do a motherfucking thing. Okay, that person is a victim of what you would call white supremacy, but then to even go further, it's simply just the criminal justice system. And so since they've outdated that word, I'm trying not to use it and just more so focus on the criminal justice system, the presidency, the NSA, the CIA. You know what I'm saying? Do it by the example of the supreme entity and not make it sound like the white is the supreme entity. If that, I hope I made sense saying all of that.
Yeah, yeah, clear.
Yeah, well, do you think, Brother Taz, that people have just is white supremacy just a name applied to a new is it a new name applied to an old hustle? And what I mean when I say that is because there's always a way to hustle black folks by using, quote unquote ungawa black power. So has white supremacy become that for some of us, where it's a new name for an old hustle?
Yep. And that's what makes it hard to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It makes it hard because everyone that does it seems to get that scrutiny, and it's well deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think there is a hustle there. I do think that you can do it and benefit from it financially, but I don't think you can do it and be respected if you're not going to be who you say you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people like a lot of these people that do it, they're not willing to just be who they are. They try to present themselves as more educated than they actually are. They try to present themselves because, like, keep in mind, it's people that ain't even never broke the law that threaten me on here. You know what I'm saying? People that have never been to the penitentiary that can tell me more about jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these people are not experts in the things they talk about. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, I don't know. The white supremacy thing to me at some point did become a talking point, but it's still, I can't leave it out as being irrelevant either. You know what I'm saying? Because even like I say, I would say for my life right now, it is irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? I'd be lying, dog, if I said white supremacy was holding me back right now. You know what I mean? So in my life, it's irrelevant, but to act like it can't become relevant with the flick of the police lights, you know what I'm saying? Or become relevant for somebody else or already relevant for somebody else. That's that fine line, man. It's hard to walk it. And I feel like the best way to do it is to leave that word behind though and focus on exactly what you're talking about.
So well, I look at your stuff, I watch your stuff, and I watch your presentations, you know, from some of the presentations that I've seen, you would think that you would be one of the people who would be hollering, you know, the white power structure and white supremacy the most, but you're not. Um, I mean, because I've never seen people put content together the way you do it. Like that's why I said I call them presentations. The way you do the shit, it's like, you know, you're presenting. Not only are you presenting facts, you know, you're showing the images and you're explaining, you know, the system and all that kind of stuff. But very rarely do I hear you use the term white supremacy. So, what do you think? What do you think the basic rank and file YouTuber, what do you think they gain by constantly playing the white supremacy card all the time? What are they gaining from that?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on what sector you in too, because you know what I'm saying. Some sectors you're not going to gain anything from saying white supremacy. It's some sectors that people laugh you out the chat room for bringing up white supremacy, but those who benefit from it, it's the boogeyman shit, bruh. You know, it's that boogeyman shit because this is the unseen enemy, the hidden hand. And like I said, although we all have an understanding of it, when it start to be weaponized and used against you, as you better be careful because white supremacy is always watching you. It's gonna get you. You're not gonna make it. You're always gonna fail. You'll never be anything because white supremacy is gonna make sure it holds you back. Well, you're not even giving a person a chance to grow. You know what I mean? If you tell it, you know what I mean? I learned it, bro, honestly, about 3 or 4 years ago when I started having real meaningful, you about to be a man conversations with my son. You know what I'm saying? And I could not sit there and tell my son the shit I'm hearing. That we'll always be fucked up. We'll always be in this system. A black man has a ceiling. Nigga, I ain't about to tell my son that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell my son he can be great just like the next motherfucker. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, you might have to work hard to be that, but nigga, you got to work hard to be whatever you want to be. So as hard as you got to work, that's what you got to do to be it. You don't get no excuses. Don't look for no excuses. Don't expect for there to be an excuse there. Yeah, some shit has happened historically to us, but dog, it's opportunities out there today, nigga, and you better go get one of them. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't teach my own son that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's a historic lesson there, but it's also there as a blueprint for you to learn from. Not for you to tie yourself to and never get away from.
So you're B1, black first. Let me ask you this, Brother Taz. Do you think it's possible to be not black enough? Because we hear that too. Do you think that's possible where a person just is not black enough?
Yeah, I called one of them niggas earlier a white boy ass nigga. And he act like he ain't know what I was talking about. And like, oh man, how you black first and you calling me white boy? Well, I mean, bro, you still a black man in my eyes. I don't hate you. Next time I talk to you, I probably won't even remember I called you that. But right now, that's what you sound like to me. And so I do think some black people can come in blackface or whatever. But I also think a lot of times that right now those people are slipping through because a lot of what we call in that is the conservatives. It would be somebody like BMT that they would call that person to watch out for because he voted for Trump, because he's an open conservative. They'll base it on something like that as opposed to the actual merit of the person. You know what I'm saying? So just him being a conservative and being an open Trump supporter, he's the threat. He's somebody that you have to watch out for. They won't even check out his merits.
It's true. Well, brother BMT, let me ask you, man, do you think that often, you know, because you are conservative, brother, Republican,
Mhm.
do I know you're often accused of not being black enough, but is that a thing? I mean, is that possible in your opinion to
Not
not be
being
black enough?
no, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. It's a shaming tactic. I mean, it's a shaming tactic that we sadly started to do. And I mean, if you think about it, it was that we didn't start really hearing about that type of topic or that kind of phrase. Excuse me, until that Spike Lee movie. What's that movie where they went to college? all those black kids went to college and
Oh,
shit.
school days.
Yeah. And that's when you heard it between Busta Rhymes and Ice Cube, and then where you had the one black kid who was hanging with the white kid, and they're like, damn, you forgot you black, nigga? And you're like, I didn't forget who I am. I just choose who I want to hang with. And I think it's that right there where you think you a white boy. That shit right there, I'm not gonna lie. It don't bother me anymore. It really don't. Because to me, I'm like, at the end of the day, that's you just trying to get at me because I don't come to your level or I don't know your standard. When I honestly think about it, a lot of black people assume white people or white talking points as superior to them, like just by the mentality of how you may think or how you look at things differently. We're all not the same. You know what I'm saying? Again, I've been told, well, you talk like a white boy, or the way how you do things, because you're a conservative, you must want to be accepted by the white man. I'm like, nigga, that's me. I'm doing what's for me and my interest. Like, y'all niggas don't pay me, but it's that stuff right there. Well, they'll tell me that, well, then you need to show your loyalty to the blacks or the black community. And I'm like, well, damn, you just told me I'm a white boy to y'all, but now you tell me I owe you something or I owe you some type of loyalty. But I'm like, well, nigga, let's talk on the table and let's talk about what can you do for me to actually want to gain or garnish my services to you. Because you already said I'm outside of the community, you know? And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen talking points on this. I never hear any other race tell their race, well, you're not white enough. Fuck, I never heard a white person tell them people that. I never heard Indian tell them, but it's only in black people will tell each other because of how you think or how you go about doing stuff. Granted, like, I mean, as a man, why would you want your son to go through the struggles you go through? Okay, so if I grew up in the projects, but I got out of the projects and I grew my son up in the suburban, community, he don't dress the same way like I used to have to dress. He's not around the same type of people I used to have to be around. You know what I'm saying? And I took him back to the projects. They'll call him a white boy. They'll say, "Oh, you got your shirt tucked in and all stuff." I said, I taught him to walk with, like he's somebody. I taught him talk with etiquette. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and stuff. But I've seen that type of stuff, or those type of boys or women get told that they're shame that you think you're white or you think you're better than us. And I'm like, maybe that's just their training or their thought process on everyday life. It's not that they think anything less of you, but then again, it does happen. It does happen. That's why I hate the Pookie and Ray Ray in the educated lame talk. But I'm like, nigga, what makes I've heard, like I said, I've heard dudes who never been to school, you think they doggone dudes in the stock market. And I've literally talked to brothers who literally gone to nice colleges and they done like this doggone beer bar. So I mean, we judge each other off of like marginal standards of just you're Republican, so you got to want to be a white boy. You don't want to participate in certain things that is black culture. And honestly, it comes down to when it comes down to that shit does hurt at times. I'm not gonna lie. I've had times where I'm like, I don't want to do black content anymore. I just want to do content because whenever I try to do black content, I don't get that same type of vibe of participation. But when I do outside content of other stuff, talking about comics, movies, video games, shit I actually give a fuck about, then all of a sudden, oh, he want to get white people. He wants kids ass white. I'm like, damn, I'm not gonna lie, but if I were to do other stuff, you two will be sponsoring me some more. But whenever I start talking Wakanda, ain't nobody got no love for that shit. You gotta do X, Y, and Z just to get people just to like your video and shit. And you busting your ass for damn 45 minutes to an hour. And they act like you owe them something. So I'm like, yo, like these talking points and stuff, they really be degrading a lot of the mindset of some people. I get tired of people saying, well, you think you a white man or some shit. And I'm like, yo, man, stop that shit, man. Like that's that shit that white people used to tell black people whenever they saw them trying to read, to say, you think you're a white boy. Or that's what poor white people used to tell black people who were educated.
An uppity Negro.
So
Yup.
let
They
me
showing up to do
respond to
that.
that though. Let
Go
me
ahead.
respond.
Go ahead, Taz.
Let me get this nigga, man. Cause okay, so
You
you
know
reference
you never
school
beat me,
days.
boy. Come on.
You reference school
Here we
days.
go. Here we go.
So now, school days is 88, dog. I could take you to Martin and Malcolm speaking this way about each other, with Malcolm saying that Martin was a coon and not black enough. I can show you Garvey doing this to Du Bois.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't, you know what I'm saying? This
This
is
ain't new.
100 years ago. Black men were speaking like this to each other. So I'm saying that to say there's always been an understanding of black behavior versus white behavior. And anybody that falls down the middle, if you even slightly off of black behavior, you're automatically called a white boy. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to participate in white boy shit. Now, like I say, it's less of a shaming tactic and more of an observation, bro. I don't think anyone's trying to shame you out of your behavior. That's what people see. They see you behaving closer to what white people do and appreciate, not necessarily your own. That's what I think when I call somebody a white boy ass nigga, that they moving in a way not that is specifically to do with white people, but you off code as a black man per se.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be something very simple.
Okay. So let's take that. Okay. We like to sometimes me and Taz like to have the battle of the brains at times. At one time, when brothers used to brothers, I get what you're saying with that. But as time, verbiage and vocab of variables change. When you call somebody a pookie, the pookie term is not a term of, it's a lower term of a lower Negro with lower talking points in ideology. He's a matriarchal slave. So when they call Taz a pookie, that's not no shiny beacon. And they'll be like, why y'all keep calling me that? All this damn smart shit, all this damn knowledge I'm giving you, y'all still calling me a goddamn pookie. Granted, Taz is smart. I told you, Taz is not smart. I mean, Taz is smart. But then we'll see it on the other side where we'll see brothers who we've been calling pookies. They'll tell the dude, and I agree with Ren. Ren was like, why we keep calling the smart guys the lames? Because why we keep calling them the educated lames, the nerds, and I'm like, so you talk like you're a white boy, or you think like when we see this type of shit going on, and I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because Malcolm always told Martin that, hey, if you got any problems, say less, brother. We'll come over there and we got your back. But it's very rare that we see it like that now, where to some, I might be the educated lame and they'll call you the pookie. Granted, on Friday, I have Reckless Friday where we act ratchet as hell. On your Friday, you giving whole documentaries about the CIA. You see what I'm saying? But they'll call you the pookie like you are a low matriarchal slave. And I'll be like, see, these names that we label each other, these labels that we put on each other, they're very dangerous. They're very dangerous because then other people who come in here, and when we see younger brothers, and this is shit that gets me. The younger brothers are now watching. Because you had a few young brothers call in and they say, hey man, I watch your stuff, I like your content and stuff. But when they watch this stuff, the content that we put out, and they watch some people say, well, these women see me as the educated lame, like I'm nothing X, Y, and Z because I talk like this or dress like that. So they talk to me, so you gotta go get yourself a white woman. Why? Because the message is put out there that if you are smart and educated, that black people see you as an educated lame. You understand that? You heard that, right, Taz? But then they'll see a brother like you who might, you know what I'm saying, walk with a doggone, a beater on and some Jordans and some basketball shorts. And they'll say, watch out for that nigga because the way he walks and he got tattoos, he's a pookie. You know what I'm saying? He caters to his woman and he does X, Y, and Z, so he's a simp. And so when we start seeing these type of verbiage and shit, I'm like, well, damn. Y'all label and shame y'all own people more so than white people do to y'all nowadays. And this is why when I say these pookie and lame goddamn shit that we be seeing right now, granted, we just had this shit for almost like 4 to 5 months. The pookie and educated lame awards, as I called them. And I said, yo, I'm not playing this game with y'all niggas anymore. I'm stepping away. Because y'all all are just a bunch of niggas to me at the end of the day. Y'all all sitting on the same platform, talking shit about each other, trying to prove points. And yet y'all digging in history books and y'all talk about old past stories of not getting no pussy at prom. The fuck? Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, I mean, what the pookies are pulling up history, the lames are pulling up goddamn past stories of regret. So I'm like, damn, y'all got some internal struggle. Y'all probably need to go have like a meet and gather, sit down, drink some beer, something. But I'm like, yo, man, these talking points, and it's bad because the women and the younger brothers that watch it, they view it from the old, and I ain't gonna lie, it's usually the older brothers who are doing it now. That's the real bad thing about it. The men that should be, you know what I'm saying, opening up the book and giving out the code are doing all the bitching about who's this and who's that. And I keep saying, if you don't fuck with them, don't fuck with them. Don't address them.
See, I said something like that earlier on Obsidian panel, man. I truly believe it, man. I believe that the worst people, the loudest voices, are representing the manosphere. The people you don't want to represent the manosphere, the people who aren't going to bring you any benefits. Those are the people who are representing the manosphere. And so right now, publicly, I think there's a problem with the advertising per se. Right. The wrong people are pushing it.
No, that's true. That's true. That's true. That is a big thing.
I think there's a lot of people who consider themselves part of the manosphere, and technically they're not.
Yeah.
You know, because the manosphere is very diverse. You know, you got a whole slew and litany of personalities and content and subject matter. I mean, but when it all comes down to it, a big majority of the manosphere pretty much deals with, male to female, female to male, interactions, relationships, complaints, critiques. That's like the bulk of it. That's not all of it, but that's usually like the bulk of it. So that being said, it does become, an echo chamber, not just from one platform where you watch one stream, you've seen them all. It's like if you watch one content creator, you've seen them all. You know what I'm saying? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at one content creator, you go to somebody else's stream, they're talking about the same exact shit, just with a different cast of characters. Same movie, different actors. So, that you see a lot of that shit too. I mean, it's not the total quote unquote manosphere, but I've noticed that a lot because I'm subscribed to a lot of brothers. I'm subscribed to a lot of brothers, and I watch a lot of people shit. And some people shit I can watch, and guess what? I ain't gotta watch the next brother shit because I can just look at his title and tell that he's talking about the same shit that I just got done watching. So I try to, avoid that kind of shit too. But let's I wanna jump off of that for a minute. And I want to talk about white folks for a second. Now me, everyone who follows the Popular Thought series knows that I'm one of those people who believe that many of us black folks love white folks. I've gotten a lot of hate emails because I say that shit, but I believe it's true. I believe a lot of us we just love white people. That's what I believe. Okay, not all of us, but more of us than it should be. So when it comes to white folks, do you brothers believe, and I'll ask you first, Brother Taz, do you believe that white people should they be part of what black people are trying to do? And what I mean is when I say that, like, is it is it good for a black person who claims, because we've seen this shit on the internet too, right on here on YouTube. Is it good when a black person who claims to be for, black folks, he's black first, he may even claim B1. I don't know. Is it good for him to do that if he has a white girl?
No, absolutely not. I mean, because the question is it good for him? Not how I feel about it or any of that. The reason why it's not good because the movement itself takes a hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes you just gotta be what you say you are. And so if you're black first and you bringing in a white woman, it's gonna be hard to sell how you didn't choose a black woman first. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that surround you, you know what I'm saying? People like myself, it's gonna be hard for me to tell the people around me why I'm not calling that out. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one that sits around and talks about interracial dating, but I do have an understanding of it. You can do what you want to do. But if we're talking about black first, I think that means black wife, black children, not, mixed up children and shit like that. That, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty specific for me in reference to that.
Mm. So you want to be, if you want to be B1, you got to leave Amber alone. So pro black.
Well, see, but you know what, X? I would say it like this. If you was B1, you wouldn't have been fucking with Amber in the first place.
You would have never had Amber. So pro black and black first aren't necessarily the same thing, right?
No, sir, because
Okay.
I've laid out an entire narrative of how a person can be pro-black and not even be black. You know what I mean? Like you can be black first and not be black, but who's inclined to put another race of people ahead of themselves? So I don't think that a white person would want to be black first. They could try to be Rachel Dolezal, for example, but I think there's a history of pro-black white people as far as like opening up HBCUs and supporting black causes and throwing money at blacks. You know, I mean,
NAACP.
yeah, I think we have a rich history of pro-black white people.
Yep. Because like you said, I mean, you don't have to be black, okay, to be pro black, but you got to be black to be B1, right? Got to be black to be B1, god damn it.
I mean, like I say, there are some white people, I'm sure, that try to be black first. Because, like I say, with like Rachel Dolezal, for example, the woman has tried her best to be something she's not, and look at her, she just don't fit. She looks stupid, and that's why I just feel like white people can't be black first because society ain't gonna let you. Nobody's gonna let you. She's the perfect example.
Got it. Got it. Well, we here live with the GOAT and my brother BMT done hopped on too. Y'all go ahead, man, get those likes up. I can't really yell at y'all because they match the watch count, but get them up any goddamn way. And also, if you're feeling generous, drop a few coins in this here bucket. It's greatly appreciated. See it right here, coming up on my right. I just want to ask you a few more things before I let you go, Brother Taz. So, what's next for the B1 network? Because I see you got another channel too. You got a what is it? The B1 roasting joint now.
Yeah, man, I ain't gonna be on. I said I was gonna get on there and start clowning with these niggas every day since they want to play. But like I said, man, I gotta get back to the content, man. I can't be on here doing that bullshit. So, like I said, I'll take the time out to roast niggas here and there, but that ain't gonna be some shit I'm doing. But I do got the B1 Sports Network. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds pretty cool.
Like start putting some more sports shit together. You know what I'm saying? Talk more about that shit because once football season comes. You know what I'm saying? I'm a heavy football fan, man, college and professional. And so, with my son playing and shit like that, I'm really into it. And with the fantasy football, all of that shit, I just think we ain't doing none of that on this side of YouTube. You know what I mean? And I get into that type of shit. And so I don't want to always be seen as, oh man, he's sitting here talking about, because no matter what I say, people already assume I'm sitting here as a victim. When you talk B1, talk blackness, pro-blackness, any of that, people assume it's a victim mentality. Then on the flip side, I got a dude earlier, I heard him on a live stream saying that I'm a Trump supporter because I don't ever go against conservatives. And then I heard another dude come on and say, well, if you let Taz on the panel, he gonna destroy it. And so I gotta stop listening to these people. You know what I'm saying? Stop listening to these videos about me and stick to the damn content. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I ain't doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got a hit from ESPN right now. I should be doing content about whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? I can do that on that little sports network. You know what I'm saying? It's about doing something with this shit more than sitting here arguing and talking shit about the same old shit. Cause like I said, every now and then it's an interesting conversation about the men and women dynamic, but a lot of times that shit is circular.
That shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's the same shit you heard yesterday, the day before, and 2 weeks ago. You know, that's that's what really fucks it up. If you heard a lot of new shit, it would probably be easier to tolerate. But you don't, man. You hear a lot of the same old bullshit. And I'm guilty of that shit too, because I've been on a few panels where I've talked some shit too. But I mean, you know, the arguments do get a little circular and it does get a little repetitive, and it's like motherfuckers just regurgitating other people's shit. Um, so let me ask you this: who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Who do you watch more often than others, Brother Taz?
Well, I kind of watch everybody, man. Like, I gotta go back and subscribe to everybody for real. Cause since I didn't have my new channel, I've been more so on the warpath, dog. I don't be really watching shit unless it's a motherfucker that says something about me and you know what I'm saying? I go watch that shit. But like, um, let me see. I got O'Shea, Angry Man, Cerulean, George Macon, BGS. I think all of them I'm subscribed to now. And of course, the wifey, seeing JV Dessalines, the Cast Life, Neutral Zone. That's my sister Ren. You know what I'm saying? All the same people that you see around. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, and like for real, I just realized today I wasn't even subscribed to your channel again. You
No
know what I'm saying?
shit,
I wasn't
man.
subscribed to
Unsubscribe
BMT.
from
Yeah,
everything.
when I came to it on earlier, I'm like, damn, I ain't subscribed. Like, what the fuck? But I'm forgetting that, you know what I'm saying? This ain't my old channel. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to go through and remember everybody that I'm not subscribed to, who I'm not seeing in my algorithm. Cause, you know what I'm saying? As I say this, keep in mind, I am always doing something with this shit. I'm never not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I got some bigger projects coming too, but in the process, I try to keep some shit coming. So every now and then I forget to subscribe to everybody, but titles always catch my eye. I'll stop in and see what you're talking about, or if we riding, I'll go ahead and pop it on and listen to what niggas saying. So yeah, I still listen to everybody, man. I try to support all the channels. I don't care how many people in there, none of that shit, bro. I go everywhere. Anywhere somebody black at.
Good shit, man. Well, man, I appreciate you coming through, Brother Taz. You know, I mean, man, next time, man, you come through, man, I want you to bring Lady Nyla with you, man, because I want to interview both of y'all and shit. So,
Yeah, we could do that shit in a couple
man,
weeks, bro, for
yeah,
sure.
man, yeah, man. Tell I said hi, because like I said, Lady Nyla has been on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. Everybody has been on this motherfucker before. You know,
Mm-hmm.
my channel's small, but when you look through my archives, every fucking body has been through these doors. So next time you come through, man, may bring Lady Nala through with you, man, and you know, we can chop it up a little bit and shit. And you know, because last time she was on here, she said she would come back. So we'll see. You know, maybe you can put the good word in for a brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I got you.
I appreciate you coming through, Brother Taz, though, man. I do, man, because I know you got some content in your head right now. I know you're working on something, so I
Yeah,
appreciate you.
I'm right in the middle of
Yeah,
it. You
man.
know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you taking the time out, brother. And I guess I see you on the other side, man, or on another panel or something, man. And don't let this be the last time you come through, brother.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. I always appreciate it, bro. I'm up out of here, man. All right, BMT. I'll catch you,
All
bro.
right. Hey,
Peace. Brother
Yeah, I'm gonna do a
Taz.
talk tonight.
What'd you say, bro?
I'm gonna do a talk tonight about the doggone Magic Johnson and Steph and Steven, how they roasted Magic Johnson on openly. Y'all didn't see that? See, that's sports right there, man.
I ain't hip, bro. I'm gonna come check it out. I ain't hip.
Join on.
Oh, you talking about Steven Smith
Yeah.
and what's his name? Who was that motherfucker used to play for the Indiana Pacers?
They were talking about
Yeah, they was
what
talking
happened to Magic. Yeah, boy.
they
Hey
was
man,
talking
they got
shit about Magic, man.
yeah, hey man, it's all war on Magic,
They
man.
were shitting on Magic.
What was that on First Take?
Yeah.
If you want, we can cover that tonight, man.
Yeah,
you want to talk about sports?
They were shitting on Magic. They said Magic was crying. They said that, you know, he had to leave because he wasn't, you know, cutting the mustard. Yeah, they was kind of shitting on Magic, man. Yeah, they was shitting on
that
him.
Man devoted his whole life to that team, boy. I was
goddamn right he did.
You know, damn, no, I ain't even seen that, bro. See, that's what
then let's do that work, man. Since you want to do something different, let's cut work on that.
All right, give me like you finna do it soon?
Yeah, I'll do it tonight. Prophet, when we send you 1, 2, Prophet, you going to bed?
No, I ain't going to bed right this moment. Yeah, that's right. DJ Moss Filsy, Jalen Rose. I couldn't think of that motherfucker's name.
But I'll pull up the topic and we can cover over it now. We can cover over it as men.
Jalen Rose was kind of talking shit about him. But
Jalen Rose, I was surprised brothers were doing it. I said, damn.
No, boy. I'm not surprised at Jalen Rose, because Jalen Rose talks shit about people anyway, man. And Stephen A. Smith, he kind of sneak diss motherfuckers all the time too. But Jalen Rose is known for talking shit about people.
We'll tell that any great
it's kind of his shit. He like talking shit about motherfuckers. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through, Brother Taz. I'm probably gonna wrap up in a few anyway. But I appreciate you coming through, brother.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Right. See you guys.
Yeah. Just got off the line with Brother Taz, the B1 GOAT. If you want to subscribe to Brother Taz, look down there. You'll see in the description box right down there. You hit that freaking link and you can go ahead and subscribe to the brother's channel. Taz does good shit, man. I was watching some of his shit the other day, and man, he does good presentations. I mean, he does presentations. You know, he don't just get up there and, you know, run his old mouth, you know, like I be doing this shit. You know, he actually does presentations, and the shit is good. You know, and it's historical shit, man. You know, I mean, he does like documentary grade shit. You know what I'm saying? Documentary grade shit. Yeah, right. Dallas Cowboys, fucking Paul Pierce too. Yeah, I know. He talking shit. Yeah, he does documentary grade shit. So y'all need to go ahead, look down in the description box, man. Go ahead, subscribe to Brother Taz. Check out the GOAT's channel, because he had a channel before. And that shit was blowing up, and they fucking flagged the shit down. So he started this new channel. I know it's gonna go ahead. That one's gonna blow up too, because of the type of shit that he talks about and the way he presents it. Is very good material, man, to be honest with you. And I'm not just saying it, you know, because I like the brother. I mean, it's very solid material. I mean, it's solid material. It ain't just good material. It's solid material. And guess what? Your black asses might just learn something. Wouldn't that be awesome to actually learn something? Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, so get on down there, check out the brother's channel. I know y'all have seen that, you know, my shows have been a little sketchy here and there, you know, and sometimes I do them and sometimes I don't. But those of you who follow the Proper Thought series, y'all know my story. Y'all know what I do for a living. So y'all know that I get really, really busy this time of year. This time of year, I'm busier than I've ever been. This is my busiest year ever, y'all. So it's not like I'm, you know, well, I guess I am falling off as far as, you know, making videos and doing streams and shit. But it's like, man, I have so much shit on my plate right now, y'all. Y'all have no idea. And it'd be crazy. I'd be tired. But tomorrow, I am going to do a show tomorrow. The show is going to be about the maturity of black men and black maidens. So make sure y'all here tomorrow for that. I mean, we're gonna we're gonna get a few of the usual suspects on here tomorrow. DXL, Dark X Live. My man Jay Shine is coming through. Also, Lady Ruby will be coming through. So tomorrow's it's gonna be like a freestyle, but we're gonna be talking about the maturity, man. We're gonna be talking about, maturity of the black race. We're gonna be talking about manhood, masculinity. We're gonna be talking a little bit about womanhood and femininity. I'm gonna get, like I said, I'm gonna have Lady Ruby on tomorrow. So any of you ladies that are in the chat, that follow the Proper Thought series, feel free, to hit me on the email. If you want to be on the panel tomorrow, and speak your piece, you're always welcome, because tomorrow, it's going to be, now, mind you, y'all know DXL is Dark Exodus Live. So there may be a few elbows thrown. So you ladies that's kind of thin skinned, you probably don't want to be up on the panel. The ladies that come on my panels are not thin skinned. They kind of understand, how it go down, especially on a Thursday night. So, if you're a thin skinned lady, you probably just need to stay watching. But if you're not, you can go ahead, man, and jump on the panel tomorrow if you got something you want to talk about. Because like I said, tomorrow we're going to be talking about maturity. We're going to be talking about grown-up stuff, adult stuff. Because a lot of the shit we see is childish. And I'm not just talking about the shit we see on YouTube. I'm talking about the shit we see in life, in black society, in black life. A lot of the shit is really juvenile. And we're going to talk about it tomorrow, man. We're going to chop it up about it tomorrow. And like I said, everybody's welcome. And like I said, it would be nice, to have another couple ladies on as well, because I will have my homie Lady Ruby's going to be on the panel tomorrow, also along with my brother Jay Shine, and of course, some of the other usual suspects like, BMT, and those, the usual suspects will be around. So if you want to come up on the show, just hit me with an email either tonight or tomorrow before the show starts, and let me know that you want to be on the panel, and I got you, no matter who you are. You don't even have to be a content creator, because y'all know how we do it here, especially on T.P.O.T. We don't care if you got 5 subscribers, 500 subscribers, or 5 million subscribers. You're always welcome here up on T.P.O.T., especially if you're a supporter of this here platform. That's just the way it is. We don't discriminate or judge or show bias to anybody. We don't do it like that. So everybody's going to be welcome tomorrow. So if you feel like you want to jump up on here, go ahead. Let me know. Hit me up with an email. If you don't got it, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I will put it in the chat right now. I should have my damn glasses on this shit. All right. So if you want to jump on the show tomorrow or any other night, you can hit me, drop me a line, and if you got something you want to talk about, or you know what I'm saying. So just let me know. All right. Just let me know, because y'all know how it goes on the T.P.O.T. YouTube page. But we about to close out in a few minutes. So let me go ahead and say this, man, before we close out. Now, I know on YouTube we have a lot of Lady Poetic, if you want to jump on tomorrow, I'll be checking out some of your videos. I'll be seeing you down there. I know you like to make them videos. I know everybody who come in my chat room think I don't go to your channels, but I do. I do go to your channels. Every single person that's in my chat room, I have been to your channels. Yeah, I've been there. I have been there. Because see, I never know when I'm gonna bring you up on here. So when I bring you up on here, I gotta know what to talk about, right? So I watch your shit. I do watch your shit. So I'm saying this because, like I said, I want to get another couple ladies on the panel to talk about some of this shit. So, Lady Poetic, I know that you one of my faithful supporters. You've been following me for a minute. So if you want to come on the panel, just drop me a line. And you know, I'll make sure you get the link and shit like that. All right. But I'm gonna say this before I peel out because my ass is tired and I gotta be up at like 5:30, y'all. I know here on YouTube, you know, we often have these people who we turn into these super villains, if you will, you know. And a lot of times we turn them into these super villains for no reason, you know, for the simple fact that we don't like what they talk about. We don't like where they're saying it. We don't like who they're aligned with. So we turn them into this villain. And once we turn them into this villain, that sort of justifies why we are the way with them. But we've turned them into a villain before we even got the full understanding of who this person is. So it's like we create this boogeyman just so we can have a boogeyman to talk shit about. You understand? You understand? We create a boogeyman so we can have a boogeyman to talk shit about. As if we don't have other boogeymans to talk about. So we're always creating these new boogeymen so we can talk shit about them. And that's what I think often happens. That's what I think often happens here on media, you know, and not just YouTube, you know, everywhere else. But I think that's what often happens with individuals on YouTube, and not just particularly for Brother Taz. Now, like I said, I remember before Taz was even like really creating content. I know because I had him on my shit. All right. He was one of the first people I had on like my Wednesday night hours of power shows. Matter of fact, he was on the first one. He was on the first one. And people had seen him around. And I told him this tonight too. I've told this story several times. People were actually writing me and telling me not to have the brother on. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why would I not have him on? Like, why not? Because you fucking say so? Get the fuck out of here. Like today, you know that I wrote today, and I spoke about this earlier tonight. I got 2 emails today from people who told me that because I'm having Taz on the channel, they were unsubscribing. And of course, y'all know me. I told them, well, go ahead, unsubscribe. Why did you even tell me? And I said, whatever money that you donated, I will refund it, if that be the case. I mean, just because you think someone's the boogeyman, I'm not going to go ahead and think they're the boogeyman too. Because, see, me personally, I don't have a problem with the brother. Never did. Y'all see, him and I, we get along just fine. Yeah, we get along just fine. So, I mean, I'm not gonna treat this brother any type of fucking way just because people who watch my shit say so. If you don't like it, don't watch. When Brother Taz is on, just turn and go watch somebody else. That's all. I told him, I said, you should have unsubscribed a long time ago, because this is like the 4th or 5th time Brother Taz has been on here. He's been on my panels before. He was just on my panel like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So why are you unsubscribing now? You should have unsubscribed a long time ago. But see, this is what we have, folks. We have people who want to click up, and they want to freaking grandfather you until they click. You in their damn click and you don't even know it. You know, they have grandfathered you into their I hate him clique, and you don't even know it. You part of a clique that you don't even know existed, but you automatically part of it. That's why they be writing you and shit, telling you, oh, don't have this person on, don't do what? I didn't know I was in y'all freaking imaginary clique? when did y'all draft me into your crazy imaginary clique? You know? But this is what we have, man. This is what we have. And a lot of the shit that these people come up with, man, these boogeymen that they make people out of, these supervillains that they make people out of, if you ask them why, they probably wouldn't even have a fucking answer, man. They wouldn't even have an answer for why they do it. But I say again, this is what we have, folks. And it's a goddamn shame that us black folks are so damn petty. That's part of the shit that keeps us kind of divided and at odds. You know, there's a whole litany of other things, but that's part of the shit that keeps us at odds. Our goddamn pettiness. Something we can't seem to fucking get over. And like the brother said earlier, shit, if you don't like somebody, just don't deal with them. Just don't deal with them. Don't run around all over the place and try to keep other people from dealing with them. You just don't deal with them because you don't like them. Fine. You don't have to like anybody. But don't try to create boogeymen for other people based on what you fucking think. Oh, shit. What's up, brother Art? What's good, man? Don't try to make other people distance themselves from the boogeyman you've created. Don't do that. You don't like somebody, just don't deal with them, man. Just don't. Because I got people, man, that I don't like. I got people that I don't necessarily care for on these YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. There's motherfuckers that I don't care for. But notice, I don't fuck with them. I don't tell y'all, oh, don't mess with this guy. Stay the fuck away from him. What for? I'm the motherfucker who don't like them. I'm the person who don't watch them. What does that have to do with you? Nothing. These are simple things, man. This isn't brain surgery. This isn't rocket science. This isn't quantum physics. This is simple shit. Simple shit that a lot of us just can't get our damn heads around. Why? Because we like to complicate shit with pettiness. What sense does that make? Complicating things with goddamn pettiness. I'm just saying. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. You know, my loyal supporters, man. I appreciate all of y'all out there. I saw some new faces in the chat tonight, too. I know y'all only damn came because damn Taz was here. And I seen that I had a few extra subscriptions on my shit today, too. Don't get rid of that goddamn subscription. Don't get rid of that damn subscription after this show is over. You better keep that damn subscription. I know some of y'all only subscribe because y'all knew Taz was coming on here tonight. Keep that goddamn subscription. Don't get rid of it. You hear me? You understand? But I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I appreciate my moderators doing what they got to do in the chat. I appreciate all of y'all in the chat. And also tomorrow, make sure you hit me up. I did put my email in the chat up there. So if you want to come on, tomorrow, let me know. Oh, you want to come on next week? Why don't you come on tomorrow, Lowcast? We doing a show tomorrow, man. We talking about the maturity of men. You come on tomorrow, man. Well, I'm gonna send you the link any goddamn way. Damn it. I'll send you the damn link, and if you can come on, come on. How about that? That's what I'll do. You too, Lady Poetic. Well, I don't know if I got your email or not. I probably do because everybody has everybody's email. So I'll send y'all the link, and if you're able to come on, you knock off of work or whatever, you know, early or whatever, just hop on, because OX will be on old DXL talking shit. Plus, like I said, my man, brother Jay Shine will be on, and Lady Ruby will be on tomorrow, and a few of the other usual suspects. So have your black behinds here tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time for DXL on the T.P.O.T YouTube page, you know. But like I said, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Also, I want you to get your black behinds down there to Facebook. Look up Prophet of Thought series on Facebook. Prophet of Thought, one word, series, the next word, on Facebook. That's our main page. It's a community page. Go ahead, like the page, share the page, follow the page. There's always some good shit going on up there. Also, you can find out what's going on with T.P.O.T up there. And not even that, just go ahead and like the damn page anyway to get my damn like numbers up. Even if your ass never come back to the page again, just like it and leave and never come back. If you want to do that, that's fine too. I can use the numbers. But you can also hit me up down there. You can leave me a message. I'm guaranteed to get back to you between 24 and 168 hours, guaranteed. Also, while you're on Facebook, get on down there to the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page. That's the Prophet of Thought Series fan group page. Go ahead, request to be a member. You're guaranteed to get in. There's always some good shit going on down there. It's a fan group page, so you ain't just got to listen to X talk. There's a bunch of other people down there talking shit as well. If you have a problem joining the group, just drop me a line. I'll make sure that you get up in there. Absolutely. Don't worry about it, because guess what? I don't admin the shit. Okay, it's named after my show, but I don't admin it. So guess what happens, y'all? Sometimes some of my shit gets blocked. I'm like, what the hell? So if you have a problem getting in the group, just drop me a line. I'll talk to the admins. Make sure you get in there. Also, check us out on WhatsApp and Instagram. That's Prophet of Thought. Leave out the series on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. You guaranteed to get a follow back. Here we go again. Y'all already know what's coming. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. Get your black behinds down near the Twitter. The Twitter handle is at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. That's at T.P.O.T Media on Twitter. Go ahead, follow us on Twitter, because if you don't, I will haunt you in your dreams till 2025. So once again, I appreciate y'all coming through tonight, man. It was a good show. And also, I want to thank everybody for watching, spending some time with us like you always do. Make sure you have your black behinds here tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. And also, make sure you have your black behinds here next week, Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, because I think I got a special show for y'all next Wednesday. I think you're going to have to be watching to find out. But once again, I want to thank everybody. And I also want to thank my guest of honor, Brother TAZ, A.K.A. the B1 GOAT. Go ahead. If you want to subscribe to TAZ's new channel, the B1, I think it's called B1, Mr. B1, the GOAT, I think it's called. No, Mr. B1, no, Mr. GOAT, the B1 Network. It's something like that. But hit the link, goddammit, and you'll go to it and you'll know what it is. All right. So I want to thank Brother TAZ for coming through tonight. And also, I want to thank Brother BMT for coming in here and contributing, because you know that's my brother. He's always around. So with that, I will leave you with 3 words, like I always do. Open your mind.
The Prophet of Thought.
Peace, folks.
open your mind, 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 open your mind. Only from T.P.O.T.